In this video, we'll walk you through the basic functionalities of our R-WAVE ERP system, a complete, proven solution for small and medium-sized manufacturers. You'll see how we set up and connect key processes, all in one seamless flow. Let's jump right in. Let's assume we are a company that produces electronic components. The first step is for the mechanical engineer to define all the components and sub-assemblies needed for production. Our ERP system supports multi-level, hierarchical product structures. These structures define all components and operations required to build a product, from raw materials to finished goods. Let's start by creating a new product structure. In the product structure module, products are organized into categories. You can manage those categories anytime in the Categories menu. Click New Product, pick the category, enter the product name, and assign a unique code, any custom identifier you like. At this point, the structure is still empty. Let's start building it. Click Add Position and choose the type of component: purchased, bought from suppliers. Assembly, a group that contains other positions. Manufactured, items produced in-house or outsourced. For manufactured items, don't forget to select the required technology. This is also mandatory for the main product, otherwise, you won't be able to generate the production list later. You can also upload technical drawings, documentation, or product images to help with production or purchasing later on. If you use SolidWorks, you can import product structures directly by selecting the import level and following the instructions. Once you've completed the product structure, it's time to send it to production. To do that, select your product and click the Make Production List button. Then, set the desired quantity of the product you want to produce. Production list serves as a working plan that checks if all required items are available in the warehouse, triggers procurement for missing ones, and helps organize all available items in one warehouse locator. This way, when production needs materials for sub-assemblies, the warehouse can quickly prepare and deliver them. Once created, the production list goes to the production lists confirmation section for approval. After confirmation, it becomes visible under Warehouse, Production Lists, where the warehouse team takes over to start the next steps. Simultaneously with the creation of the production list in the warehouse module, the system generates a corresponding production plan, a hierarchical representation of the product structure. Let's navigate to the manufacturing module. In the Plans menu, you'll see all the plans that are currently in production. To open a specific plan, simply select it from the list and click the Selected Plans button. You'll see the entire structure we created. As you can see, status of these positions are displayed in colors. At the moment, you can see a square without the fill. That means that the position is not processed yet. At this stage, the warehouse first needs to check the availability of the required items in stock and ensure the correct quantities are set. Let's take a step back and open the production list. If the items are not available, the warehouse identifies the deficit. If sufficient stock is available, they can automatically reserve it. Alternatively, you can choose not to reserve the item and instead place an order to initiate new procurement, even if the item is available in stock. Let's set the quantities and make a request. Purchased positions will automatically be sent to the procurement department. Now, let's back to the production plan and refresh it. Now, you'll see the updated statuses for each position, and a calendar showing expected receipt dates. Green, the position is in stock and is reserved for this production plan. Red, the position is out of stock. Yellow, the position was ordered and is in process. Red-yellow stripes, sent back from QC. Yellow-green stripes, item in rework. To specify the dates of production of positions, you can do that by dragging the technology right or left, or by clicking on it and explicitly specify the dates in the new pop-up window. In the same window, you can assign an employee to complete this task, and set the estimated time for the task. You'll instantly see their availability and ongoing activities. If they're already busy, dependent tasks will be highlighted, and you can choose to reschedule or allow overlapping workloads. The same goes for machines. You can assign a machine and set the time needed. In the bottom of the page there are the filters that can initialize the selected production plan. To create an order, there is an order creation button in the lower left corner. When you click on this button, you need to filter the technologies that need to be sent to the order. When filtering, only tasks already unlocked for orders will be selected. After selecting the tasks for the order, you also need to specify the type of order, own production or outsource production. If necessary, add materials from the warehouse for the production of these positions and click the Create button. Afterwards, an order with the selected type will be created and a production request for this order will be generated in the warehouse module. You can also edit the structure of the plan directly in this view, without affecting the core product structure. To add an item, click the Add Items button in the lower left corner, select the item type, find the desired item in the warehouse, and enter the required quantity. Now, let's add one more position, a purchased item. As you can see, the positions haven't been processed yet. To continue, go back to the production list, set the correct quantity, and then make a request. To remove an item, simply click on it and select Delete in the pop-up. When deleting a position, the reservation is unmade for a certain position in the warehouse. Now, let's return to the order and take a look at our example. After creating the order, go to Orders to Own Production and find the one you just created. As you can see, the list displays the order ID, the start date, the end date, the name of the plan the order was generated from, and the status of the order. Let's open our order. The order card includes a list of ordered items, a parts, materials list needed for production, a list of sub-assemblies, the machines required for production, and the necessary technical equipment. The parts, materials list is sent to the warehouse as a production request once the order is formed. As you can see, this hasn't been done yet, it's marked in red. Let's go ahead and do that now. Once the warehouse staff prepares the items, production can begin. The responsible personnel must confirm and sign. As you can see, there are two required signatures. The first is from the warehouse technician, confirming that the materials have been collected. The second is from the production manager or responsible person, confirming that the materials are accepted and production can officially start. Let's go back to our order. Once the order is complete and the items are assembled, they're marked as ready. Next, they must be sent to quality control and confirmed in the QC module. The quality control module is divided into three categories: production lists, procurement and outsourcing invoices, own production, and general procurement invoices. Let's take a look at our example. To perform quality control, check the box next to the selected item and click the Quality Control button. Here, you can enter the number of items that passed or failed inspection. After checking the selected items, click the Complete Products button. Items that passed quality control will move to Warehouse, QC Warehouse. Items that failed will be sent to Warehouse, Isolator. Now it's time to distribute the approved items. This menu is intended for distribution of items by warehouse locators that have passed the quality control. It includes invoices and orders from procurement and own production. Let's do it. In order to accept the items to the warehouse, select the items and select the locator where you want to place them. Locators that already have positions of this item are marked in green. By button Distribute to Production Plan, you can also place an item directly in the production list with reservation for this item. Once done, the item is officially in stock. Now let's look at how the system handles procurement. In this module, the procurement process is carried out according to automatically order requests from production lists. The procurement manager can find procurement requests under the Production List Procurement section within the Procurement Chain Creation menu. This menu includes shortage requests linked to specific production lists, from which the procurement department can build procurement chains. Let's take a look at our example. To create a new procurement chain, you need to select the item to be purchased from one supplier. Choose the supplier from the list or send a tender request, and enter the quantity to order, which may differ from the originally requested amount. This chain is now visible in Procurement Chains, where you manage suppliers' information, chain status, possibility to specify delivery time, list of ordered items, creation of proforma invoice, and payments, attaching any extra files. Now, let's create an invoice. In the Invoice Edit view, you'll enter the supplier's invoice or proforma number, along with the issue and delivery dates from the document. Prices for each item are added in the Invoice Items section. If any additional services were provided often listed on the original supplier invoice, you can include them under Invoice Services. The total amount and net total will be automatically calculated and displayed in the Invoice Info section. You also have the option to attach related files, such as the original invoice or delivery notes. Now, let's fill out the minimum required fields to complete the invoice. We need to specify the invoice reception date, the item reception date, and the physical characteristics of the items. Once done, simply save the data. The list of invoice items will appear in Quality Control for verification. Let's go to the QC module. Under the section Invoices and Production List Procurement, we'll find our request. Now, let's confirm it, and go back to complete the invoice. After creating a proforma invoice, you also need to create a payment for it. This payment must be confirmed in the Module Confirmation, Payments Confirmation menu, after which its status will change from waiting to confirmed and it can be paid. Now that we've completed all the important steps, it's time to request our delivery. Let's open the procurement chain again. In the Ordered Items section, click the Request Delivery button and select the item you want to receive. After that, the warehouse will automatically receive a delivery request. Now, let's go to the Warehouse module, and open the Delivery Request section. Here, we'll find the delivery request that was automatically generated from the procurement chain. Let's complete our delivery. Now that the delivery process is complete, we need to allocate the items to their warehouse locations. To do this, go to Warehouse QC, and accept the delivery. Choose the appropriate locator, and press Accept to finish the process. Now, let's go back to our production plan. Since the purchased item is now in stock, we can start a new production cycle. Let's create a new order and go through all the steps up to the point where the items are ready to pass quality control. Now, let's go through a few potential scenarios to better understand the process. When items pass quality control, they are moved to the Warehouse QC. The warehouse team then needs to allocate these items to shelf locations. Now that all required components are in stock, let's create an order for the final product. Let's assume that one item passes quality control, while the other requires rework. To send the item for rework, simply select the item and click the Rework Item button. And complete the process. Now, let's go back to our production plan to check the statuses. As you can see, one item has been sent to rework, and one is waiting to be allocated. Now, let's assume the past item has already been allocated to the warehouse, and the rework on the other item is complete. Let's open the original order. Once rework is done, production must send the item back to quality control for review. Unfortunately, quality control has determined that the item cannot pass inspection. For items that don't pass quality control, simply select the "Didn't Pass" option. The item will then be automatically sent to the warehouse isolator. The isolator menu is intended for the items which did not pass the quality control, where they are divided into 3 subcategories. In all 3 of these subcategories there is an option for a write-off of the items that cannot be changed with reclamation or refund. The item will be written off when the responsible person confirms our request in the confirmation module. For any item that has been written off, you need to create a new request within the production list and repeat the production process. Thank you for watching.